Hey, it's Erika. Welcome to part 2 of my first listen for aespa's Whiplash, the 5th mini album. Part 1, gotta do it. YouTube doesn't like it if I do more than like 4 songs in a first listen, then they get mad. Part 1 included Kill It, Fights on Feelings, and Pink Hoodie. This part's gonna include Flowers, Just Another Girl, and my final album thoughts. Title track, Whiplash, we love her, we know her. She Lives Rent Free, not included in the first listen because the kind of thoughts about the song are in the music video reaction for, but we love her. And I do co-co-lyrics for this. I just find it the best for me and you to fall on together in real time, but I don't make these, so if there's anything wrong with them, do not kill the messenger, please. I'm excited to kind of finish out this album. I'm assuming they're kind of finish it out with like slower songs, which will be interesting, right? Because just talking about the other tracks on the album, Flights Not Feelings kind of slows it down, and the Pink Hoodie kind of turns it up, so it's like type of vibe, you know what I mean? So it's very interesting, but I'm excited to be seeing or listening to how aespa's finishing out this album. I don't always get to do aespa first listens because like with the Armageddon album, they dropped so many like track videos for the B-sides that like it was like I already listened to like half of the album, so I'm like, and it's a big album, so I'm like, I don't know if a first listen necessarily makes sense. But yeah, it's always nice to be able to do first listens for aespa stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive into Flowers. We are wasting no time. We're diving right in. So you know what let go. Ooh. Okay. Give me those albums in the beginning. Necessary for a song like this.
1, 2, 3 눈을 뜨는 만개하는 빛 불어오는 밤이 마치 환상 위에 my garden. Show me your flowers, show me your flowers.
Show me your flowers. Oh, who does this be? This is produced by Chantry Johnson. Jesus, winner. It's definitely a concept you might hear Red Velvet do, but it's not a Red Velvet sound at all. Like, who knew SM could do this R&B? I mean, okay, Giselle. I like Giselle's verses. This song coming up is really good for Giselle. But like, I can't really think of like another K-pop. Well, like, it'd be more Korean R&B artists that would do something like this, not K-pop. But I see you, aespa. I hear you, aespa. They're definitely like leaning more R&B hip-hop with their R&B, which is nice. But like maybe they've always kind of been in that direction. But sometimes I feel like the R&B leans like Red Velvet R&B or some of their tracks. So it's cool to kind of get their own identity with R&B. Because Red Velvet is so R&B heavy. I like that one a lot. That's the type of producing you don't hear these days. It's dope. I like it. The production of it, yeah. Give me just more in general is what I need. So yeah, they did like slow it down, but I don't know, the vibe is just so, it felt like really good and stuff, just cause like the song, you know, it just had a good flow to it, in my opinion. And definitely their R&B does lean like more like in that like R&B hip hop type of genre versus like a different type of just like pure straight up R&B, which is kind of cool, which is what I like, which I think it definitely makes sense for like Flights on Feelings being on the album. I definitely kind of am understanding now why they put Pink Hoodie to break up that vibe, because maybe if you listen to it back to back, the vibes may be like too kind of like similar, you know what I mean? So I'm getting it now. See, that's why we don't judge, we listen, literally and figuratively. But I really like that. I like that type of R&B. I like that for aespa. I think they really killed it. That's also kind of leaning to being one of my more favorites on the album is Pink Hoodie and Flowers so far. Also Whiplash. Whiplash. Also Kill It's good, but I'm not always gonna be in a mood for Kill It, you know what I mean? But anyways, we got one more track before we start jumping to conclusions over here, and it's Just Another Girl. Flashbacks to Wicked, and I'm not gonna sing, but I'm not that girl, because I would never do a Wicked song justice. But anyways, Just Another Girl, I'm excited, you know, with it, like a rock? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that kind of more pop rock punkish thing. Definitely it's kind of, I feel like, aespa's lane. In terms of like the type of rock I see them doing. Maybe, girl. Where's the song going? Hold up. And like concept-wise, it fits so well for the genre. Yeah, like he really thought we was just another girl. And it's definitely the type of like track that is very trendy in terms of like K-pop and rock. But imagine if they promoted this, I would love to see that. I think it'd be good for them. But like, I don't know, maybe it's too like trendy, you know? Like there's a lot of groups, boy groups and girl groups that have this sort of sound to them. But I think it'd be interesting to see aespa do it. Like promotional B-side thing, which I kind of did before. Which one was it? Like a little bit like Welcome to My, like I feel like Welcome to My World and this one kind of sit at the same table. The concept different wise, but music wise. I like it though. I like it. I think this type of sound does work so well for aespa. I'm not necessarily like, do I wish there'd be more variety in the types of just like rock that a lot of K-pop groups do in general? Yeah, I really would. But it's kind of like if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of thing. Like it's working here. It's working for aespa and I really like it. I think it's great. There's like an eye burst in my eye. But I really like it. I like it for aespa. I kind of would love to see it as like a promotional thing. Like not necessarily title track promotions, but like B-side video promotions, you know what I mean? I think it'd be cool, and maybe we got that a little bit of just like Welcome to My World, and again, I feel like they kind of sit at the same table in terms of like aespa discography, you know what I mean? But I really like it. I think they did a great job with it. It also kind of reminds me of just like Super Junior rock music, like, oh my god, like, yeah, like, cause when like, Super Junior has a handful of just like, wait, it's way back in the day, girl, like, they're kind of like rock songs, or like they're kind of covers of like a lot of really popular Western pop music or rock stuff. So it's kind of like flashing me back to that, and I'm like, no, I think it works for them. I think their voices fit this specific sound, this specific type of like rock so well that I really like it, and I kind of want to see it a little bit more promoted and stuff. They don't know, not everybody has to be like Utah and it was a full metal album, you know what I mean? But for sure, kind of like hearing what they're doing here, I'm like, no, I kind of like this, it works. I don't think it's enough to fall into like my rock playlist. That does lean more metal and stuff with like Extraordinary Heroes and like Dreamcatcher and stuff like that. Like those groups kind of flow within there, but this is like a little too poppy, even if I do have more kind of poppier rock tracks in there, you know what I mean? But I would love to see that. I would love it. And what an interesting album, like a very diverse, well, kind of diverse in terms of their music. Well, with this one you can have a rock one, you got R&B ones, and then you have their more EDM driven tracks. But I really like it. I mean, again, maybe I definitely see why, like the top down listen, I definitely see why they did it the way that they did it. Because I think Flipping Pink Hoodie and Flights on Feelings, that's a little too, maybe it's a little too back to back. You're kind of hearing the same type of sound from them. So I think switching it up definitely makes it for like an interesting listen. I don't know if that's necessarily always going to be the vibe you want to listen to, you know what I mean? Because like if you flip Flights on Feelings and you have Flights on Feelings, Flowers, and Just Another Girl, a bit more of the slower tracks all in one, they're finishing out the album, then you have the more hype ones starting out the album. But Shuffle I don't think would work either. So it's just like, it's a very interesting project and stuff, because I don't see myself doing a top down listen for that. I think I'd just go find the songs when I specifically want the vibes for them. But I think it's a great album and stuff. And I do appreciate Flights on Feelings, and maybe she does need a better listen, you know what I mean, in a different time and place and scenario for me to like love it, you know what I mean? But I just have an appreciation for it now. The other ones I'm in love with and stuff, like for sure Pink Hoodie, Just Another Girl, I'm probably gonna be listening to those a lot, just because come on, Pink Hoodie, girl, we know. And then just Another Girl, because I'm a sad girl, come on, you know, you see this shit from me? But yeah, and then also I really like Flowers. That's like their R&B kind of a spicy track, you know, which I think is really cool to get from them. But I also love the type of R&B that it's doing, and Whiplash is great. It's definitely an interesting album, right, because it's like each song is so uniquely and individually, like it adds to their aespa sound. But it's like, this is kind of like, I feel like how their mini albums are structured. Like this is kind of like how Drama was. No, not the girl's second mini album. Well, second mini album with 9 tracks is crazy. But you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like just how their mini albums are kind of like structured, and like how like their albums are structured. So I think it's a great aespa album, but it's very interesting, right? Because like, it's not like an overall arching sort of concept, which SM does do for a lot of their artists and stuff. But with like aespa, like you kind of are coming for these different sort of vibes, I feel like at times. Like you're here for the promotional stuff and we appreciate the B-sides, but it's just very interesting of like a like discography. They definitely have songs you can like group together, I feel like, within separate categories and separate playlists. But like on an album, it's just like so interesting. But I do like how they do deliver very specific sort of things for the album, like the more hype songs, the EDM driven ones, a little bit of like the slower ones, the R&B, you know what I mean? I like how I can like go for like a look at like an aespa album and be just like, okay, where is their R&B track, where's the more slower song, where's the more hype song, you know what I mean? And I can really look at every aespa album and find that, you know what I mean? I really love that and I appreciate that, versus just kind of like getting an album that maybe has like everything kind of the same vibes, you know what I mean? Because like I really like this one, but I still think my all-time favorite is still Savage, the first mini album. Like, I'm just so in love with that project. I think that was just like such an early aespa sound type of thing too. So I feel like that's like quintessential Kwangyverse type of album. But versus kind of like getting like what is the sort of, I don't even know, are we in a new era? Is it a new era? Because we were in the real world, right, for a minute there. I don't know if we're still in there. It kind of seems like concept-wise, it is a little bit still kind of in that real world type of lane for it. But for sure, I definitely think like you can look at like Quangiverse stuff and then look sort of real world projects as like kind of like if you're grouping them together type of thing of just like the sounds that you're getting from aespa. But I think it's a great album. I love it. I mean, I can find me heavily listening to 5 out of the 6 tracks again. So, and again, not everything's a hit with me, but that's sort of, I don't know, the point of why you watch a video. I think people watch reaction videos to get confirmation bias about that they want people to react the same way that they did, and some of it is just confirmation and that shared experience type of thing. But again, it's more like it's technically a critique and like a review of it, you know what I mean? I don't look at myself as being like a critic because I'm just like a fan of everything, but at the same time that definitely does play into what I do. So but I'm not just gonna fangirl, you know, and just like ride or die for like every single group. Like, that's not, like, if I like it, I'm gonna like it. If I don't like it, I'm gonna say it. You know what I mean? That's also just on business. But anyways, overall, I think the album's really, really great. So go to put your thoughts in the comments down below. What you thought about what was I gonna say? aespa's Whiplash, their 5th mini album. Your thoughts, comments down below. Like this video, give this video a thumbs up if you liked me. And you want to see more of my videos, go and hit that subscribe button. If you want to see my videos the second they come out, hit that notification button. If you want to follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, threads, or description down below. Or at the end of the screen, if you like gaming content, I have a gaming channel. It's called Erika. Currently playing Horizon Forbidden West, so if you could join me over there for that. Thank you so much for watching. Love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.